All right, let's take a look at this Shark Diver 38 in stainless steel from an OG micro brand, Helson. They also make a lot of other style homage watches. This I don't think is a homage watch. Some people say it looks kind of like the Rolex Submariner. I don't agree with that, but let's get into the details. I'll give you guys the specs, give you guys my thoughts and experience, and then at the end I'll tell you guys if I recommend this watch. So as the name suggests, this is a 38 millimeter case size with the thickness here is 12.2. Lug to lug is 46 millimeters and the lug width is 20 millimeters. We have a sapphire crystal up top with AR coating, and it also comes with a sapphire bezel insert, 120 click unidirectional bezel, screw down signed crown with huge crown guards. We have Super Luminova all over the printed indices and hands. We have the date window there in between the 5 and 4 o'clock position. And we have a H-style link bracelet. This does have 300 meters of water resistance. And this is screw down crown is actually very nice to operate. It's actually very buttery smooth, way better than all of my Seikos. What's kind of interesting about this too, it's kind of free floating when you start to screw it back in. It kind of spins a little bit on its own, so you can sometimes even kind of align the crown so it's kind of upright, which is kind of rare on any watch at any price point, right? This one doesn't quite line up perfectly, but it's way better than a lot of my other watches. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but this is very smooth, and this actually has the Miyota 9015, and it's, I don't know what they did to it because I've had other watches with this movement, but this is way smoother than those other watches with the 9015 in it. So you can see there too, it has gaskets all over the place. So this is a legitimate tool watch, very nicely done. It's a flat matte dial on this particular iteration that I have, and this is the first watch that I have that has a sapphire bezel insert, which I don't mind in the daytime, but we'll get into it in a bit. Let me show you guys the bezel action on this watch. As you can hear, very audible. This is not ratchety at all. This is very just clicky. It just snaps into place. There's literally no back play once it snaps into place. As you can see, it kind of bounces back into place, but after that, there is no wobble whatsoever. I'm really like tugging it and it's going forward, not backwards. So this is very well done. Probably the best bezel action I've had on any watch. And everything on this watch is brushed. So there's no polishing anywhere whatsoever. The machining is well done on the bezel there, very easy to grip. It actually kind of comes out like 0.5 millimeter from the side there. So very, very, very easy to grip. H-link bracelet, kind of a nice touch. All screw-in pins from both sides. Milled clasp, and it has one of those ratchet clasp, I guess, or extensions, which is on the fly. It's very easy to operate. It's kind of hard right now because of the camera in my face, but very easy to operate when you don't have something obstructing your hands. Milled clasp, very nicely done. On the back, oh sorry, in the back you can kind of see as well the sharks and the diver there, which is very well done. It's etched in there nicely. Very nicely done. These are available through Helson directly. They sell them in different sizes, 38, 40, 42, even up to a 45. They also offer this in titanium. This is the stainless steel version, and they also offer them in a bunch of different colorways. They have even GMT models. They have a lot of stuff that they offer on this particular watch. So they have something for you in any size and any color that you probably want. So keep an eye out for anything that you want, because sometimes they do have I think it's 10 or 15% off sales. It's very rare, but I know they do have them sometimes. But these watches are very well built. You can get them new for around $600 for this particular version, the 38 in stainless steel. Anything else, You're looking at the titaniums are usually about $100 more or $50 more. So just whatever tickles your fancy, they pretty much have it. You can find these also used, usually on the secondary market, anywhere from $400 and up. Some of them do retain their value a little bit better, but overall, these are actually very well received. I mean, now getting into my experience with this watch, I've owned this for about 3 months, and I gotta say, this thing wears good, and it's very well built. I'll show you guys on my 7-inch wrist what it looks like. And as you can see, no overhang, no hot spots. It actually wears very well. I went with the black on black, so it's kind of a classic look, goes with anything, right? Just very nicely done watch. And so with this, I've owned it for about 3 months, and this was going to be my daily wear, and I've actually used it pretty much every day since then. It's about 3 months, and I've used this for anything around the house, going to work. I usually wear this on a NATO strap, just because I kind of I'm not hard on my watches, but I don't baby them. And with a desk job, you get a lot of wear on the bracelet. So I try to kind of save it a little bit, and I wear it on a NATO when I go to work, and then I usually put the bracelet back on after work. But anything after that, I mean, I've used this around the house and even at work sometimes too. So there is a few scratches, but it actually held up very well. The polishing is very uniform, very nicely done. As you can see there, I'm trying to give you guys different angles. What I like about this too is it wears very well because of the female end links as well. And as you can see, there's no gap almost from the actual link, the end link to the bracelet. I mean, everything on this is actually very well machined and done. It's a very vertical slab side of the case there. But as you can see there, I mean, it has wear on it, there's scratches, but everything is very well done. It has sharp angles, but nothing on here is sharp to the touch, which was a very nice surprise to me. When I first saw this watch, I was kind of weary of it. I've had the Glycine Combat Sub before that kind of had these little end links that kind of perched up here at the lugs, and this kind of was kind of a similar case style, and I was kind of worried about that, but this actually wears very comfortably on my wrist. No hot spots, no digging, no anything. Big controversy with this watch is the minute hand, how it's bigger, and that's why I kind of held off on this in the beginning as well when I was maybe thinking about purchasing this. As you wear this watch though, it kind of makes sense. When you read this in the dark, you're mostly looking at the minute hand. So it actually is very functional, and that's the theme of this watch. Nothing is for show. Everything you see is a feature for a reason and a purpose, and it actually does that feature or purpose at the top of its level. I mean, the bezel, perfect action. I have 0 complaints whatsoever. The screw down crown is the smoothest screw down crown I've had. I have Swiss divers, I've had Swiss made timepieces, I've had Seikos, Orients, anything you name it. This is probably the most smooth crown and the best bezel I've come across. The lume on this particular watch is great. The one complaint I have regarding the lume and the bezel is the sapphire insert. Everything is loomed on the bezel insert, and I'll show you guys at the end. But the thing about it is, with the sapphire insert, it kind of, once it starts fading away a little bit, or if it's not fully charged, like if you're inside and you get just minimal charge for the lume with your light bulbs, when it's pitch black, the sapphire kind of distorts the light, and it might be my eyes too as well, but it kind of looks blurry. So you can't really, it's not as sharp as, let's say, like a regular aluminum bezel or a regular ceramic bezel. This, when it lights up, it kind of, I guess, maybe reflects off the sapphire insert itself and makes it just a little bit blurry. So that's the only complaint I have about this watch. It wears great. The H-link bracelet, the only thing that kind of bugs me is it's actually a well-built bracelet, screw pins and everything, but I kind of like my watches a little bit tighter. But since this is a H-link bracelet, I can't go tighter than this. So it's kind of I kind of wear it a little bit loose on the bracelet, but that's why I kind of like it more on the NATO as well. It's just a better fit on the NATO. And a big thing that I have to say about this watch, it kind of made me think about it before purchasing this. I've seen other reviews on YouTube and other reviews on forums and stuff like that. They make this watch seem like a beast, and it is. As far as build quality, you can just tell right away when you pick this up that it's not extremely heavy. Helson has it at about 180 grams on full bracelet. Once you size it for yourself, I don't know the exact weight, but it feels like a regular Seiko to me. It's maybe a little bit heavier, but it's nothing unbearable. But back to my first comment about the other reviewers, they make it seem like such a beast. That's why I kind of went with the 38, hoping that it wouldn't wear so big. But honestly, this wears like a 38. I mean, maybe it wears like a 39 or a small 40, but it's not overbearing. When you see other reviewers, they make it seem like this thing is like a tank and it's gonna weigh your hand down, and it's just a big old watch and big old wide lugs, and it is, but it's not as overbearing as you would think. I mean, I have a 7-inch wrist. It's nothing uncommon, and as you can see here, it wears very well. I mean, it's a 38. I actually kind of wish I went with a 40, to be honest with you, but I wanted something kind of out of the way anyways for my daily wear watch, something that wouldn't be usually caught up or would kind of, you know, go underneath the cuff, which actually this does. It's actually, that's what I'm saying. It's not a thick watch. It's only 12 millimeters thick. It's actually really thin for a diver, right? And it's 300 meters water resistance. There's fatter watches out there that have 200 meters of water resistance. So great watch, great build quality. I mean, the only complaint that I have, there's two complaints, right? Is the bezel insert, that sapphire, that's kind of gets blurry if it's not charged right. And the screw in links, it's a great feature once it's sized, but to size this damn thing is a pain in the butt. I mean, this took me I've sized Orient bracelets with pin and collar, which was kind of a nightmare, but this thing takes damn cake. I mean, once it's sized, it's great because it's sized for you, and I just take it off with the hex screws up here, and you put your NATO on, and then that's it, and then you just switch it back. But to size it, it was a pain in the butt. Took a while for me, at least. Handset doesn't bother me anymore, and what I loved about this watch was for my daily, I was thinking about if I wanted the date or not. Most of my watches did have a date, so I kind of wanted to switch it up. This one in particular has a date, but it doesn't disrupt the dial, which is actually a great feature that I love about this watch. I don't want to keep rambling on. I do recommend this watch. I think the price point is justified. I want to show you guys really quickly the packaging that it comes with, because it is a lot that it does come with, and I think it's worth noting just because it comes in this watch roll, which is actual genuine leather. A lot of times when you get a watch, it's that faux leather. This is real leather. It smells nice when you grab it and you open it. This is what you get here, including this tool, warranty card, this rubber strap that it comes with as well. Very nicely done, very well made, looks great on the watch. I just like it a little bit better on the regular black NATO, but I actually wore it on this a lot as well. It comes with extra pins for your links, and it comes with extra pins for the end links there. And it also comes with this little tool here that is to take off the end links so you can switch out your bracelet. And this actually comes apart, so you actually have two, one to hold each side, because if you don't have two of them, it's just going to keep spinning in place, right? So you need one to hold it still and the other one to twist. So it comes with everything that you need for this watch. Like I said, it's very good watch, very well built. The clasp is a little bulky, but it fits this watch perfectly. I think this is a great tool watch for you to have in your collection. I don't think it's big or overbearing. Like I said, I actually wish I would have picked up the 40 millimeter now that I know this. The only other downside to this is it doesn't have regular spring bars. This does have just a solid bar that goes across that has screws on each side. So you can't really fit any like those aftermarket rubber straps that have those quick release spring bars or anything like that. Those will not fit on this just because that bar is actually a little thicker. So let me know what you guys think of this watch. Let me know if you guys have a Helson diver, what you guys think about it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, before I forget, sorry, the lume on this. Let me show you guys the lume really quickly. I know this one's a little bit long. I usually try to keep my videos under 10 minutes or around 10 minutes, but this watch has a lot of features. Quick charge of the light. As you can see there, it's already glowing. Good sign. Turn off the lights. Great lume, very legible, very uniform. I love how you can't see the date wheel when it's like that, so it's just easy to read. As I said, the bezel is fully lume. So great watch, great looking watch in the daytime, nighttime. Catch you guys on the next one.